talk about Cuse, man, your time at Cuse. Just give me your overall experience, playing there, playing in the Dome. We all know how the community supports, wholeheartedly. And then just talk about playing for Coach Boeheim and what that was like.
Yeah, I get emotional when thinking about it because I had such an amazing experience at Syracuse. I'm just such a believer in the program and everything that the program stands for. And I honestly, I credit me being in the NBA to obviously it's a lot of hard work, but to Syracuse, man, Coach Boeheim, GMAC, all those guys, they revived my college career. I was a six man at Villanova and just fighting to get on the court. And then I come to Syracuse and they treated me like one of the main guys, one of the guys who was going to help them be a great team. So I had an amazing experience at Syracuse just from the summer, just from the beginning. I just felt like it was the place for me to be. I felt like it was the right place at the right time. Two guys had just left from the transfer portal who were starting the year before, Alan Griffin and Quincy Guerrier. So it kind of opened up those two forward spots. And I was just hungry. I was just hungry each and every day. I think GMAC would tell you. I think D-Nick would tell you. I was chomping at the bit, and that hurt me early on in the season because I was pressing. I just wanted it so bad. I've been sitting on the bench for 3 years. I finally got my opportunity. I just wanted it so bad. So it took me about half the year to get used to playing like myself again, get used to playing with the freedom that Coach Boeheim lets us play with. So it took me about half a year to really get comfortable. I had a couple of games here and there, but I was struggling shooting the ball. But I just attribute it to the work, man. Like every single day, just going in there, trying to get better each and every single day. And we had an up and down season last year. We were in every single game. We're losing close games at the buzzer. We're losing close games to throwing the ball off our legs. And it felt like everything that could have went wrong for us in terms of just that end of game close losses. But just the mentality, the love, the support from the coaching staff each and every day. Coach Boeheim getting on me, but me knowing that he loves me and he's going to play me and he's going to let me play through my mistakes. It was an amazing year. It's so tough because me and you as competitors, we don't like to say it's an amazing year after a 16 and 17 season, but I think a lot of those guys would tell you that we were so close knit throughout the year. That we're going to have those relationships for the rest of our lives. And I think just overall, it was an amazing experience for me to kind of get back on my 2 feet in terms of basketball. I remember after the season, I really wanted to come back. I mean, I told Coach Boeheim, I told Coach Boeheim, I was like, hey, if you want me back, I'll come back. Like I love you guys. I have a loyalty to you guys. You guys brought my career back. And you probably would have went back for a 5th year too if Coach Boeheim was like, Devo, I need you, man. I need you.
Oh man, that's the whole nother story. Yeah, absolutely, bro. Yeah.
So I just felt that love and that loyalty towards Coach Boeheim, but Coach Boeheim was like, no, Cole, like you said 36 at Carolina, like it's your time to go. It's your time to go. And I was like, at first I was like, what, you don't want me back? Like, but he wasn't thinking about himself at the time. You know what I mean? He was thinking about what's best for you, what's best for Buddy, what's best for you in your future. So I just have so much love and respect for him. And it kind of just puts my whole entire year together of like, I went throughout the year and the best thing for the program might be for me to come back. The best thing for me was for me to go and be able to have this opportunity. And then now I'm on the Lakers. So I just have so much love and respect for the program. It was a year that changed my life, and I'm just so thankful and blessed, and that's why I just have so much love for the program.
Absolutely. I want to kind of go back to what you said about, you had those early season struggles shooting, and we all know, like you said, Carolina, how you went off for 36. You're one of the best shooters in the country, regardless of position. Obviously being 6'8", 6'9", it helps you, right, to be able to shoot the ball like that. But what was your mentality like, bro? Because, we all know Coach Boeheim doesn't hold back. Like he's gonna say what he's feeling, and he's not really thinking about how you're feeling at that moment. Yeah. Some guys crumble under that. Some guys take it as motivation to go out there and kind of prove a point and get better with their play. So what was your mentality, when you're having those early season struggles, coaches on you? What did you really have to do to keep yourself locked in?
Yeah, so I remember, I think it was after the VCU game, I went like 2 for 14, 0 for 7 from three. Had a really tough game. Coach Boeheim was getting on me after the game. Like Buddy, I think Buddy had 20 points. He had a little point guard like on him the whole entire time. And I felt like, and that's like no one player loses a game, but in that time I felt like I kind of lost the game. After the game, he's getting on me. And then I walk in the film later, and Coach Boeheim goes, like you're still gonna play the whole game, right, son? Like I'm not taking you out. Um, so like from that moment on, I knew every single time he got on me that like it was just to motivate me in the moment. And I feel like me, you, Demetrius, G-Mac, like we're all wired a little crazy. So like in terms of the session of work. So it's like every single time Coach Boeheim would go at me, after I'll look at him like, I got you. Like, and then he respects that out of his players
Yeah.
too. Like, I would be so pissed at him sometimes. I remember there was a game where he was getting on me. He was like, come on, son. It was actually the last game of the year, like the Duke game, where he's like, you're the number one option now. Buddy's out. You're the number one option. You're just gonna let your team down like this? Like he's just like looking at me, just yelling at me. And I'm like, and I just like give him this angry growl. He's like, all right, you know what I mean? Like when he respects you to a certain point that he knows that you're gonna give it all you got, you're gonna lay it all on the line for Syracuse and the program and the players that came before him. Like then he's good. He's good. He's gonna let you go out there and play. So I learned that after that moment against VCU. So my mindset after that was just they're gonna fall. I'm one of the best shooters in the country. Like it's gonna fall. I think a big moment for me was that me and Demetrius really said it as a shooter. If you have a routine that you go to every single day, it creates consistency, right? So me and Demetrius, after like the first like 10 games, 11 games, we created a routine that we did every single day before practice, before games. And I feel like that kind of like helped me each and every day, just kind of get a consistent routine. The shots started falling after that. Like the work will never fail, man. It might not come at your timing,
Exactly.
but it's gonna pay off. If that's tomorrow, if that's 10 games down the line, or if that's 2 years down the line, like the work will always show. So yeah, man, my mentality is like, as a shooter, like, you have to be strong. Like you have to have a strong mental. You're gonna go 0 for 6 some games, but you're gonna go 6 for 8 the next game. So it's all part of it, man.
Yeah, that's wise words, bro, especially for a lot of up and coming players who, you're going to struggle. You're going to have ups and downs. That's a part of the game. And if you can handle it the correct way, then usually you're going to make it out on top. And then, to be able to learn from a guy like D Nick, a guy who's been through it, he went through those first 2 years where he ddidn't play. And then, I remember when I came in, his junior and senior year, that's when he, now he's all Big East because he stuck to the hard work. He didn't give in to when Coach Boeheim was getting on him. He took it as motivation, like you were talking about. So he's, to be able to lock in with him, he's one of the best guys to be able to learn from. So that's wise words, bro, for sure. So I want to kind of now get into getting picked up by LA. You leave Cuse, you go to Vegas for summer league. And bro, you talk about shooting the shit out of the ball. You shooting the shit out of the ball. Like you really, people knew you could shoot it, but you really opened up some eyes because how you played in Vegas outside on the perimeter, being at your size, being able to do 1-2 dribbles, and more than anybody now in the league. That's all it is. It's nothing crazy. If you can get to your spot, pull up, being at your height, making shots, you're gonna give yourself a chance. So talk about your mindset going into Vegas, knowing that, hey, I'm one of the best shooters and I want to show these guys that I could play and shoot the ball on this level. So talk about that whole experience going into there and then eventually, heading into training camp.
Yeah, man. I think the biggest thing for me was I didn't let my momentum slip from the end of the year at Syracuse, right? Like 36 to Carolina, 28 in the against Florida State, 15 against Duke. Like I wanted to keep that momentum going. So, I mean, I didn't take a day off after the season. Like, I was just so motivated and hungry. I was like, these guys are playing in the Final Four. Like I'm supposed to be there. Like I'm gonna keep working. So like there's no fall off. There's no slippage. So it went right after the season. I actually did 2 weeks at school, and then I went to Portsmouth Invitational. Portsmouth Invitational is like the senior showcase. Did you play in it?
I didn't because I left my junior year, so I didn't play in the
Yeah, so I ended up playing the Portsmouth Invitational, and then right after that I went out to Santa Barbara, started working out my agency. So working out my agency, then I started doing these NBA workouts. And these NBA workouts, you're going up against guys that you see all the time who receive more hype than you, who everyone says is better than you. And during that time, I went in there and I started killing everyone in these workouts. Like I went from being like on nobody's radar to like, all right, now we're talking about second round. Now we're talking about two-way talks. Now we're talking about, you know what I mean? All this different stuff. So did these workouts for a month and a half. I felt like I had like 3 or 4 teams that I could really go to. A team told me that if they went to the second round, which they ended up doing, that they were going to draft me, whatever. So on draft night, the draft night comes and I'm sitting there with all my family, my friends, everyone's over my house. And then I get the call from the Lakers. I thought it was either going to be the Bucks, the Kings, the Trailblazers, the Hawks, or the Lakers were the 5 teams that I knew that were really interested in me. Talking to my agent, whatever. The Lakers call me like with like 3 picks left in the draft, like, hey, Cole, like, would you like to take a 2-way? And I was like, yeah, I felt like I just got drafted.
no doubt.
So that kind of validated my whole entire process throughout the draft process. Like I didn't let any slippage happen. So that gave me the confidence to go into Vegas. Like, all right, like I validated everything that I did at Syracuse and throughout the pre-draft process. And then I went into summer league with just the ultimate confidence. Like, all right, now I'm one of the best players on the team. Like I'm a 2-way. I'm here for a reason. And the Lakers honestly just started running the offense through me after they saw I started making some shots. So they gave me the confidence. They gave me the like the same thing almost Coach Boeheim gave me. It's like, you're going to go out there, you're going to play. Like, don't worry about coming out of the game. Like, and in the NBA, all the minutes are scheduled too, even in the summer league. So it's like I'm scheduled to play 24 minutes no matter what.
Okay.
So wow. I was really appreciative of the opportunity, and then I don't know, it kind of just picked up from that mindset after. It's like all these guys were rated ahead of me. These guys got drafted. And I was just really, really excited. So, and then I had a great point guard with me as well, Scottie Pippen Jr. That's my best friend on the team. He it's always nice playing with a good point guard. There's nothing like it. So he took care of me, and I was just knocking down shots.
No doubt. So that summer league really kind of solidified it. I know you're already on a 2-way, but when you play well in summer league, especially in Vegas is the top summer league. They got Orlando and they got, I think, Utah or whatever, but Vegas is the top summer league. So when you played the way you did in Vegas, you really solidified yourself as a NBA player. Like, I know you were, but now you're like, hey, like, I'm knocking down shots against other NBA guys. Like, I'm an NBA player, right? Summer league. Now we go into training camp, which is a whole nother monster from summer league, right? Because the summer league is, guys are, the rookies and guys trying to make the team. But a lot of those guys, honestly, they won't be in the NBA from summer league, right? So now when you go to training camp and you go to training camp with LA, you walk in the building, you got LeBron James, Russell Westbrook, Anthony Davis, guys like that. I mean, first would be once you kind of came down and be like, God damn, I'm in here with, what I'm saying? What was that mindset and, that kind of approach you had going into training camp?
Yeah, man. So we had 2 weeks off of the summer league, and then we came right back August 1st to start training for training camp. So when I came back August 1st, like I was still like just hungry. You know what I mean? Like now I'm playing against NBA guys every single day. We're starting to play pickup. We're starting to do these different things. So I'm playing against none of the vets are coming and playing pickup, but all the young guys who are on the team, I'm playing. I'm killing. I'm playing well. I'm doing my thing. I'm still shooting the ball at a really high level. And honestly, I just kept on my momentum. So then as the months keeps going on, more guys come in. And then training camp happens. And LeBron was there pretty much the whole entire month of August. And it was just amazing just to be around him, his presence, and just see like his work. Like every single morning he got to the gym at 6:30, 6:45, he's in the weight room stretching. 7 o'clock, he's on the court. 7 o'clock to 7:50, he's working out. And then he'll do his lift. He'll get a massage, cold tub. If he needs something else, he'll get something else, and then he'll leave. And then he'll probably do like, I mean, you saw how many commercials he's in. Like, it's unbelievable. Like, his schedule is so packed. And just to see like that professionalism was like every single day I'm getting there at 6:30, no matter what. Like, and he lives like 40 minutes away from the facility too. So like, he's on such a strict schedule. Seeing AD in the summer, like just connecting with those guys, bonding with those guys, they've been great. And then Russ is it was funny. The first time I met Russ, I walked in the practice facility at like 5 o'clock. I was coming to get some extra shots up, and Russ was in there. He just got done with his lift, and he was like, I saw Coach Boeheim at Summer League. He told me to take care of you, so I'm gonna take care of you, man. Like, and that was just like one of those things where just like the Syracuse connection, like Coach Boeheim, the Hall of Famer, having the respect of Russ. So every single time I see Russ, he's like, "What's up, shooter?" You know what I mean? He's taking care of me. He's showing me the ways. Any questions I got, just get like, you know what I mean? Just throw them out there. So, yeah, I mean, training camp's a whole different beast, man. You start playing preseason games, and being a rookie two-way, you kind of get in that fourth quarter. So you got to be able to prepare yourself those first 3 quarters or that first half for preparing your legs, preparing your mental. It's like, all right, like as a shooter, like I'm not going to play in the first half, but I got to make sure I'm mentally ready to go. So when I get in the game, I have the opportunity to come back the next game and still bring that same effort and attitude. So it was definitely different. It was definitely a different type of mental strength you had in those moments. But yeah, no, training camp was great. Really showed me what a lot of these guys do to prepare. So, and that's what I'm all about, is preparation, and seeing LeBron and AD and Russ prepare I don't think there's better people to learn from.